One day, my life was normal. Normal meant early mornings in New York, coffee in a chipped white mug, editing photos from my last shoot while the city hummed outside my window. Normal meant knowing where I stood in the world, and then it was like someone flipped a switch, turned everything upside down. I stepped into my apartment that evening and felt it before I saw it. The air was wrong, too still, too quiet. My stomach tightened as I walked toward the living room, and then I saw it. Obscene words carved into my wall, not scribbled, carved. Deep enough to mean something, deep enough to say, I was here. My breath left my body. Someone had crossed into my space, into my sanctuary, and suddenly, the city that had once felt electric and alive felt like a cage. The police came, they dusted for prints, asked questions, promised patrols, and tried to calm me. But promises don't quiet your mind at 2 a.m. They don't stop you from jumping at every sound. They don't erase the feeling of being watched and looking over your shoulder. Going to Paradise Island was supposed to be a reset, just a temporary escape while the police worked. Just sun, sand, distance. Just me, my camera, my swimsuit, and the illusion of peace. That's what I told myself. That's what I packed for. That's what I need. When the plane lifted off the runway, I exhaled for the first time in days. New York shrank beneath the clouds, and for the first time in days, I took an easy breath. Maybe this would be enough. Maybe paradise could silence fear. In the airport, I saw him before he saw me. He was tall, with broad shoulders. He carried himself like a man who noticed everything. We collided as we tried to enter the same rideshare. Too calm, his eyes held mine a second longer than necessary. There was something about him, not arrogance, not charm, awareness, but something in his gaze felt steady, solid, like he could stand against a storm. I told myself it was a coincidence, a random airport encounter, nothing more. Paradise Island was everything my friends promised. Turquoise water that shimmered like glass, palm trees swaying lazily, the scent of salt and coconut sunscreen. I should have felt free. Instead, I kept looking over my shoulder. The first strange thing happened on my second night, when I saw the dim light outside my cottage, enough to make my pulse spike. I knew I had locked all the doors. Had trouble followed me from New York? I told myself I was projecting. Trauma doesn't leave quietly. One morning, as I strolled on the beach, there he was again. There he was, the guy from the airport. My chest tightened. Was he watching me, or was he just looking past me? When he noticed my stare, I walked over, unhurried. Are you following me? He asked. I bristled. I could ask you the same thing. This is a public beach. He didn't smile. What if he was the shadow I saw last night? What if the carved messages were his? What if this were part of a larger performance? Trust isn't something you rebuild in a day, not when it's been shattered, not when your world has been violated. And yet, there were moments, and slowly, dangerously, I found myself wanting to lean toward him instead of away. That terrified me more than the stalker, because if he was lying, if he was orchestrating this, then I wasn't just in danger, I was a fool. Love isn't supposed to bloom in fear. It isn't supposed to root itself in uncertainty. But sometimes the heart doesn't wait for clarity. Sometimes it beats toward the person standing closest when the world tilts. And the truth is, I don't know if he's my protector, or the man who orchestrated my fall into his arms. I don't know if paradise is saving me or testing me. All I know is this. One day, my life was normal. And now? Now I'm standing on an island where danger wears a beautiful face, and the man who makes me feel safest might also be the one I should fear the most. Pictures from Paradise is a story about love under suspicion, about running from danger and possibly into it, and about whether the heart can recognize truth when fear clouds everything. It's available wherever you buy your ebooks and in print from Amazon. Because sometimes paradise isn't a place, it's a risk, and sometimes the most dangerous thing you can do is trust.